Oh, hello, hello. Hopefully, everyone will appear shortly. I don't know why the phone is on my. The noise is on my phone, and I don't know why. I thought I'd turned it down, but clearly not. Let's have a look. Who have we got? Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully you can see me. Oh, Julie, hello. Nice to see you. Hi, Susan. Hi, Stephanie. I'll just give it another minute or so and then I'll crack on. There we go. Oh, hi, lovely Jenny. Hi, Deborah. Thank you. Hi, Jill. Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good to know I can be seen and heard. I've got a little echo because I don't know what's happening. I turned the volume down on my phone, but I can still hear the volume. So I don't know. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, it's gone a bit dull now, Stephanie. It was bright pink, but I've got to go and get it repinked. So I am Elspeth. I'm on my YouTube channel, which is Rachel Harris Crafts. So if you want to use YouTube, you can. Oh, I'm glad I'm sounding good. Hi, lovely Mandy. Oh, there we go. Well, I think I'll give it one more minute and then I'll get started. Let me turn that off there a minute because otherwise I'll have notifications buzzing off here, there and everywhere. Hi, Christine. Oh, lovely. Suruson. You know how much I love saying your name. I hope you're doing okay. Hi, Marion. Oh, lovely. Right then. So this evening, I'm going to change the cameras over now I've said hello, because that seems sensible. There we go. How's that? Ooh, not very nice. That's how that is. How's that? Can you still hear me? I hope so. Right. So I've been having a little looky round, as you do, and everybody's doing envelope journals at the moment, and I've been thinking, oh, let's do an envelope journal. Now, there's lots of types of envelope journal, but I thought tonight I'm going to start. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Vanessa. I thought tonight I'm going to start with a really simple one to show you. This is one of my more complex ones that I did a while ago, and I love this one. This one is one that I keep all my sort of bits and bobs in for my journaling. So this is one that maybe we can do another time because it's a big project. but I thought I'd start. Yeah, it was. Hey, Lisa. Oh, well, be careful. Be careful. So yeah, so I'm going to do an envelope journal tonight. This is the one I'm going to do. And I'm going to show you the basics of it, and then I'm going to do lots of techniques that I've used so far in here to show you those as well. And I'm using the lovely Rodrigo Assi stamps and stencils, and I'm also using the new paper pad, which is gorgeous, and I'll show you what I've done to it here. But there's a few different things. Like this is stamped onto the paper pad, and then I've just cut out the bits to put on there. This is a technique I'm going to show you, and this is using the stencil and the stamp to create. Oh, Jan, lovely to see you. Oh, you're the oh, Lisa. That's good to hear. Yeah, so I've used the stencil and the stamp on here, and it makes a really great it's a really great effect, and I'll show you that. This is one of the doofers, the quotes on the stamp, and I love this. There is no exquisite beauty without some strangeness in proportion. And I'll pop that back in there. This is again using the Rodrigo Assi stamps, and then I've used one of the art inspiration stencils in the background of that one, and again using the words from the pad. Oh, I didn't get that one out either. So again using the words from the pad and the Rodrigo Assi stamp there. So it's the same stamp that's here, and I've used it there. Oh yes, please use my link. Please. Hi Glenys, hi. And then this one, I've used my gel press and the stencil. So I'll show you how I did that as well. Hopefully you can see that. And I've used some of the papers, and on here I've used some of the papers, and I've used the little text from the papers. And so I've got 2 pages that I haven't done yet. I've used the papers on the covers, and so anyway, I'm going to get to it, and I'm going to show you how I've done it, and then I'm going to show you some techniques, and if there's time we'll put some of it together. So let's crack on. So first of all, this journal is made from, let me see where they are. To my shame, I've brought envelopes, and it's made with these envelopes. I'm going to use slightly different envelopes for the next journal because I wanted you to see that you can use any envelopes, and in fact you could use pieces of cardboard if you wanted to, but the texture of the envelopes, just there's something about it. Hi Julie, Leonie's not here this week. It's Rachel Harris here this week. Yeah, me. What's this? I will struggle to find the lives as a links didn't. Oh no. Well, I'm glad you got here, Carol. Hi Marianne. So anyway, so I've got an envelope. Now this could be any type of envelope. It could be one that's come through the letterbox. It could be sometimes we make cards and we use the card bases, but we don't use the envelopes to go with it. There we go. So I'm going to start by sealing all the envelopes. It's a little bit of paint, and I've learnt the hard way that you do need to add a little bit of glue to make sure they're well and truly sealed, because you don't want them coming undone. And then the next thing you need to do is you need to fold them in half. And I'm using a bone folder just to make sure that's well and truly folded. And then I don't know if I'm going to have time to do all of them, but then you want to, I tried to get this done before I went live, you want to ink around all of them. So you've got that, and then you need to take one of them and you need to cut one of them in half. So here I have my scissors disappeared. Oh, there they are. So you cut one of them in half. Like so. Then what you're going to do is you're going to stick this one onto here. In fact, I'll do it now because I can come back and ink this one up at a later date, and it would be really cool to show you. Okay, so there we go. I'm just adding this glue here. I'm using this glue, it's Beacon 3-in-1, and the reason I'm using it is because it doesn't, because it's not water-based, it doesn't make paper go all wrinkly. And because envelopes tend to be made of not particularly robust paper, I thought that would be a good paper to use. So then with this one, I want to leave a pocket, and I'm thinking with this one I might leave the side pocket. So I'm gonna, this is really simple, and like I said, you could make it out of pieces of cardboard, but the texture from the envelopes is the key with this. It just is so nice. There we go. So I've got a nice pocket here, and I'll ink that up tomorrow. And then I'm going to take another envelope. This one I'm going to do solidly on there. Oh, that noise. There we go. Just do that one solidly. It's a really cool way of using up your envelopes as well, because for some reason we always end up with more envelopes than cards. So this one I'm going to do a top. Hello, I am here. I'm sorry, I don't know what's happened to my camera. Somebody tried to phone me and then it all went to pieces. So bear with me and I will reset the camera. Yeah. Now I want settings. There we go. I'm really sorry. This is not ideal, is it? But we will get there. There we go. No. Yeah, I'm in. Let me just set this back on its little stand. Oh, well, that's not so good, is it? Goodness me. Right, let's remove that one. Add that one. Oh, technical difficulties. Don't you just love them? I am so sorry. I don't really want to. Oh, why are you misbehaving? I'm sorry. Am I making you feel seasick? Let me. Hello. Right. What is going on? This is really not what I was expecting. Okay. I'm so sorry. It's typical, isn't it? Right, back camera. And I don't know why it's gone small, which is a bit bizarre. Okay, well, rather than stop, I'm going to carry on. And I'll carry on with the smaller camera. That's really annoying. There we go. Okay, so I'm so sorry about this. Right, that should be me in. Yes, it is. Okay, let me remove me there, and we'll have me here, and we will see how my shelf. It is fairly organised. So I've done my cover, and then I've got a page, then I've got another page, then I've created a where am I? Yes, this one's got a pocket here. This one's a full page. This one's got a pocket. And this one's going to be a full page. And I find 6 envelopes is enough. I will have another little faff in a minute with the camera to see if I can make it widescreen, because I don't honestly know why it's not. So there we go. If I turn that light off, that gives us a bit of a better light. I wish I knew what happened then. And then I've got that other half, an envelope that I'm going to stick on as a back cover. And you know, like I think this is about the 3rd time I've said this. You could do this with folded pieces of card, of course, but the whole feel of it from using envelopes is completely different. There we go. So I've got that, and I've got pockets, and I've got pages, and oh yes, it's there. And so the next thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take a piece of fabric, any, whatever fabric you want to use, cut it slightly longer than your book, just slightly longer, and then use the glue and glue the fabric. Hopefully you can see. Yes. Yeah, glue your fabric in place, and then you can start adding your pages and your tags and your excitement. So that's kind of what I've got happening with mine, except I use different envelopes. Let me pop this tag back in its hole, and you can decide where you have your little tucks and all the rest of it. So now let's move on to doing some of the techniques that I've done here. So the first thing I'll show you is, you can see this the background here. Now I did that using Leonie's lovely papers. I was so organised as well. Let me show you a big piece here. So what I did is I cut lots of rectangles of the papers, including the front cover, and I've just stuck them onto a really cheap piece of copy paper, and it pained me to lose the backs of them, I've got to say, but what are you going to do? See, I'm on the side, aren't I? That's bizarre. Oh, Angela, it's lovely to see you. I'm having camera issues, and I don't know why. I'm going to come out and come back in again, actually. I'll put myself on the front so you're not looking at an empty screen. And I'm going to have to come out and back in again because I can't keep you on the side, can I? That's craziness. Right. Let's try again. Oh, goodness. Yes. Okay. And we're looking good. We might be back to normal. Please. Can we please go back to normal? I'm so sorry. This really is quite I've never had this happen before, so I mean, it's good, isn't it? It's good to have these things happen. Okay, let's, if in doubt, turn off and on again, isn't it? I'm really sorry. I will get back to showing you some techniques now. Oh. Right, phone off, and let's put the phone back on. And that's weird, it's taking me straight here. Oh, we've got it. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. Right, hurrah. And we need some more light here, please. Oh, no, it's the light that won't behave, but we're getting there. I am so sorry. Okay, and we are in the studio. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. Oh, we're in the studio. Yay. Right. So as I was saying with this, I took little rectangles of Leonie's paper, including the little bits on the front cover. And then I wanted to try something different. So I stuck all of them down. And then what I did is I took, this is old, this is like old vintage sewing pattern. And so I took a piece of vintage sewing pattern paper and I glued it down all over. And so that's why the colours look slightly muted on there. But I thought it was quite nice. I thought it was just something different, because I knew I was going to be using bits of the bright paper on the cover as well. So I stamped on another piece of paper, and the flowers and the skeleton is on another piece of paper. So you can see that. So let's do this technique. I'll show you how I did that. And I'm stamping on Pink Frog Super Smooth, because it works really, really well. And let me get the stencils. There we are. Mine are well loved, as you can see. So I start off by taking the stencil and putting the little mask here as well. I put that inside, and you can do this with your ink sprays, or you can do it with your blending brushes and your inks. So there we go, that's down. Now I think I want to do this one in orange, so I'm going to get some carved pumpkin, because I think that'll look rather nice. There we are. Oh, Angela, I don't know what happened. I have no idea. I've got, my technical abilities are not are not great. Now you could use let me get it where you can see it. You could use stencil glue on these, but because I really like using them on my gel press, I don't use the stencil glue on them. Right, I'm just carefully going over this, because obviously it's not stuck. I mean, it does sort of get held in place quite a bit by the shape of the stencil, which is very handy. I think I've got a little bit of contamination on this brush, because why not? It will be okay. Oh, I know I have, because I was using blue before, wasn't I? Right, so I have got that how I like it. I think I've got everywhere. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these. These can come out of the way. And I'm going to take the next mask, which was ready to go. Oh, please. Right. Come on, you. Oh, you're right beside me. I knew I had it ready. Right, so I'm taking this mask now. And I'm going to get another colour ink. I think what's going to make that pop nicely is a bit of blue. So we'll get the blue now. And I need a blue brush, which is hiding as well. Oh no, there it is. I've got so many things that I want to show you, and they're all in little piles around me so that I can grab them quickly to show you. But I think I've made more work for myself. Brian Newbegin, hello. Oh, it's good to see you. Oh, they do this. It works, doesn't it, Jenny? It works. So I've used Carved Pumpkin, is the orangey colour I've used. Oh, don't do that. And then I'm now using Broken China. There we go. Just getting into all the little nooks and crannies. And so I've got this, which, you know, it doesn't look too bad, but we're going to make it look better than that. So I'm just going to chop that off because I can use that for another project. And I'm going to get my stamp press. There we go. I'm going to take that fabulous stamp off there, put it over there, and let me get this one. So I've got, that's what I've done with the stencils. Just getting this in the stamp platform. Now I just want to line up this stamp, and you can just about see through it, so you'll see the white bits. You'll see the white bits as you're lining it up, which really helps. Right, I think that's about right. And if you're slightly off, it looks fine anyway. It doesn't detract. There we go. So I've got a nice juicy ink pad. Please don't feel too seasick with me bashing around there. There. Oh, hi Sylvia. This is such a good combination. The stencil and the stamp. I don't think I put the two together before. And yeah, I don't know why, because they work together beautifully. So you have to excuse me giving this quite a push. It probably looks like I'm pushing really hard, but I don't have a lot of oomph in me, so I have to just make sure. Right, let's have a look. There we go. Now I really love that effect. I think it looks fabulous. So there we go. Oh, Judith, hello my darling, at your beautiful chalet. So there you go. So that is one of the things that I wanted to show you. It is a wow, isn't it? It wows me. I love it. I really love it. And then one of the things I did in the one I did in this journal is I cut out a few extra flowers, because there's some extra flowers on the stamp, and I just added a few little flowers. But oh, I really love that. So that's one of the things I wanted to show you. Now let's pop that one to one side. I'm going to put that in my journal. Another thing I wanted to show you is the gel press prints. Let's get that. So it's using, I'm going to use the same stencil. This is my gel press. It's been loved. It's an old one. Right, let me put that there. But I do have lots of gel presses, so this one is the one that works for what I want to do. And I'm going to use I'm using tea bag paper. That's what I used on, let me show you. This is tea bag paper that I've printed on, and it's really nice. It is well loved, Brian. I'm loving what you've been doing with your gel plate. They are just so much fun, aren't they? So I'm going to show you how I did that print on the tea bag paper. I'm just going to grab a little. Now, if you don't have tea bag paper or anything like that, you can just cheap copy paper is really good for gel printing. You know, a nice thin paper is really good. Right, let's put that there to one side, and hopefully this will all work nicely, please. She says. Right, so I'm going to just put a little bit of white on my plate for the first layer, and let's find my sprayer, which should be beside me, but as with everything this evening, it's all gone crazy. It's all Pete Tong, but we'll get there. Right, so I'm just rolling out this white. That'll do nicely. And then I'm going to take this part of this stencil, this mask, isn't it? That's what it is. It's a mask, Rachel. It doesn't matter which way I put it because I can move the other stencil accordingly. So I'm doing that. Then I'm going to take a bit of this is deli paper. This is another thing I like printing on, and I'm just going to roll that off now, because what I'm aiming at doing, and what happens, is the white paint that's under that stencil will stay there. Yeah, copier paper is brilliant for it, Brian. It's brilliant. I'm just pushing that in a little bit more because I want to make sure, in fact, the cheaper and thinner the paper, the better, really. That's lovely. So I've taken that off there now. And of course I can use that for, you know, I can add more things on there. Right, so we've got this. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to put another layer on here with this in place. So let's get another colour. I'm gonna go bright pink, why not? Or fluorescent pink this is actually. There we go. So I'm rolling on top of that stencil. There we go. That is so vivid. And then I'm going to take, oh no, I want the mask. Where are you? Then I'm going to take the mask and pop it on top of there. And the nice thing is when I'm doing these bits, I haven't had to worry too much about drying anything. That's coming soon. There we go. So we'll take that one off now. And again, we could use the stamp on that, and we could do, you know, we can do all sorts with that. So now I'm going to take these off, and I could use them onto paper like stamps. I could spray them with water and use them some more, but because of time, I'm going to avoid, I'm not going to do that. So I've taken everything off, and this is what I've been left with. And I'm just going to get my hairdryer. This is not a heat gun. This is a hairdryer. Don't use a heat gun on a pad, because it's not good. So this is cool, just cool air. There we go. Hopefully, what normally happens is that the sound will be turned down automatically. So I hope that's happened for you. Right, there we go. So it's just the cool setting on the hairdryer that I've used there. And then I'm going to go for just checking that's dry, because we don't want to do anything until it's dry. There we go. There's a little bit of blue paint now. There we go. And let's, I'm going to put that on there, and I'm just going to, where's my print gone that I'm doing things with? Let me just roll her off the excess. There we go. And I've got a little comb thing. Yeah, you could use a cotton bud if you wanted to. And I'm just putting in a bit of pattern. Very uninspired pattern, I'm afraid. It's just a bit of crisscross, but it'll, you know, it's a little bit of something different. So now I'm going to just put the hairdryer on this again, on a cool setting again. And there we go. I think that is, yeah, I think that's good to go. And then I'm going to put some nice yellow on here, because that will give a nice contrast with the blue. You don't have any luck with the gel? Oh, it's, you know, it's catching, isn't it, Brian? It's catching. Mind you, I do say, I do like using my gel press. I do use it quite a lot. Gel press, gel plate, whatever you fancy calling it, because it's just so handy. You know, I use it to do my reverse stamped images. I need a little bit more paint on this. Use it to do reverse stamped images as well as, you know, this sort of thing. So it is nice, but it's been nice. It's nice. Everybody's at it at the moment, aren't they? So I thought I'd join in. Oh, I found a bit of wet paint that was hiding. Never mind. Right, so now I'm going to put my tea bag paper on, and I'm going to give it a really good rub. In fact, I'm going to give it a really good brayer on there. And I'm afraid I'm going to dry it again as well, because that's going to need a little bit. We're not going to get a full image because that there, you see this dry paint here hasn't got any wet paint on it, but that's okay because it will stay on the gel press for next time, and it will make an interesting print next time. So now I'm just using my hair dryer again on the cool setting again. And you'll know if it's dry and ready because it will lift nice and easily. Yeah, I think I should have put a little bit more, give that a little bit more dry. Oh, Sylvia, you've got to use it. They're amazing things. And if you look at the history of gel printing, it's phenomenal. Yeah, this, I should have done a little bit more on here, but I think we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Let's see. Should we go? I should have put a little bit more paint on that last layer, but it's going to be okay. It's going to have an interesting print nonetheless. Oh, I lost a bit. There we go. But it's still, it's not quite perfect, but I like it, and I will definitely use it in my journal pages. So there we go. And then I've got these bits left on my gel press that will, they'll come off on the next print that I do. Ah, yeah, Vanessa, drying between the layers and drying, letting your final pull dry. Ooh, shouldn't have done that. Letting your final pull dry really gives you much better results. And this one I probably should have been a bit more patient with, but it's difficult to be patient when you're trying to show people. But yeah, that's when you dry it on the, you dry each layer and dry it on the sheet that you're going to pull it off on, and it comes off a treat. So there we go. So that's that one. There was one other thing, wasn't there, that I said I would like to show. What was the other thing? I'll show you. I'll tell you what I will do. I'll show you this stencil because I love this stencil. And I'll create a sheet for my journal with it then. Let's have a look. So I love this. If you've seen, oh, thanks, Lou. If you've seen any of my samples for Leonie, I use this stencil quite a lot. I've got two really favourite stencils, and this is one of them. And what I like is the fact that I can position it where I like. I like that it's quite broad. The holes are quite broad. So, excuse me. So I can see if I've got an image underneath, which really, really helps. So I'll show you how this one comes out, and then I'll show you how I move it round to create more of an effect. So I'm just using some bits of sponge to do this, and I'll start with the yellow. You can use any acrylic, it doesn't have to be any particular brand. There we go. So I'm putting this through the stencil. Get a little bit more on there, I think. I'm just always aware that you can add more, but if you put too much, I'm working in a sort of 12 by 12 space, and I don't want to be having loads of mop up because I don't have the room. So go. And I've used, this works really nicely with oxide inks as well. Anything really. It's a fab stencil, and this is the Rodrigo Assi. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a Rodrigo Assi stencil, and there's 20% off them tonight, so they're worth getting. But this one is really great because it's like that rays coming out kind of thing. So whatever you put on there, it sort of draws attention to it, and it's a really nice effect. So I've done that, but then what I do is I always move it around a bit, look around and just sort of see where the paint isn't, and then I'll get another colour and it just brings it to life. Nunu, hello, how you doing? How you doing? It's really nice to see you. Yes, the explosion stencil. I love it. I really love it. You can see I really love it because it's incredibly well used. If you use your stencils like I use my stencils, a really good tip is because I let mine get quite painty. before I do anything about it. And then what I'll do is I'll get a bowl. I have a special bowl that I do all sorts of grim and disgusting things in, and I stick a dishwasher tablet in there. If you do that and just leave them to soak, it really loosens up the paint. And they're, you know, they're like new. They might be a little bit stained, but they are like new. A little bit more paint. And I'm just rubbing this and dabbing it. I'm not, because I'm making sure that I don't put too much on my sponge at a time. So there shouldn't be any creeping around where it's not supposed to go. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Because I live on top of a hill. And it's got the vibe of sort of being out in the sticks, but it's not at all. And some cars and motorbikes and things do forget that. We are a residential area. There we go, that will do. See, I haven't, you know, it's not perfectly filled in by any means. And I think I could almost do another, little go on there as well. Oh, it's hard. Do you know, I'm gonna do blue. I'm gonna do the blue. Sarah, hello. Oh, don't worry, you missed a load of technical issues. I had a bit of a faff, but we got through it. And I'm very grateful for everybody's patience. So again, I'm not even doing all of the parts of the stencil because I don't need to, because I've done 2 rounds of this already. I can just miss bits out and put it where I want it. There we go. And I want a bit there because that will balance it out. There we go. It's just, I just love it. I think it is just an amazing stencil. And you imagine you can put your character there, or whatever element it is that you want to put there, and it creates just a really simple backdrop that draws the eye. It draws the eye to whatever you're going to put there. Oh, thank you, Christine. Thank you. Oh, Sarah. Oh, it is like fireworks. It just works, doesn't it? It just works. Let me see if I've got something I can plonk on there and show you. Actually, I think in my big envelope journal that we will do at some point, no doubt. Hang on, let's have a look. What I can do is I can take one of those bits and look at that. I don't know if they'll go actually, but these are from another stencil. That one. That one. Let's have a look. You see, I like making up. I make up a few at a time, and then I've got them to add to projects. And I'm just looking for I don't think I've really got a focal. I haven't really got a focal point to stick on there, but I'll give you a rough idea. So I would put that there like that and rip that off, and then like that, and then I would add my, what have I got? Oh, here we go. This is something I can just show you. And then I could add something like that in the middle. And obviously being a bit, you know, and that could have a sentiment on there. But do you see how that stencil draws your eye? It just draws your eye to the central bitty bob what's it. So that was all I was going to show you, and I think, yeah, we've been an hour, and I will come and say goodbye, and yeah, I'll give you one more look at the envelope journal. So there we go. That's the stamping one that we did. Where's that gone? Honestly, I put things down for 2 minutes and they get covered with something else, and then I never see them again. Well, we did definitely do it because I saw it. This is bonkers. It's chaotic in here today. But yeah, so we did this because we did the lovely orange butterfly. Where on earth has that gone? What is happening tonight? I do not know. Yeah, I love this notepad that Leonie's done. I used it a lot. So that's using the stamp with the stencils. This is using the stencils with the gel press, and there's the one that we did. So that's that one. And if I knew where, I'm just looking on the floor to see if I've dropped it, and I can't see it. That's absolutely, I'll tell you what, there's pixies in my room tonight. Right, let's say goodbye. Oh, where are you? There we go. There are pixies in my room. Oh, thank you so much for keeping me company. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for your patience with the the crazy amount of sorry, my hair's all over the shop, with the crazy amount of issues that I had technically. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Deborah. Thank you. And thank you very much. And I think we're back to normal next week. I think Leonie's here next week, but hopefully I'll see you again soon. And I think there'll be somebody else coming along at some point as well. Sorry, I'm looking around because I can't get my head around the fact that I definitely did do that. Ha! I found it. Oops. Yes, that's the one we did. Oh, phew. I was thinking I'd lost the plot. Right. Thank you again, and see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bye, Susan. Bye, Sylvia. Oh, yeah, I mean, they're organised, but the desk is carnage. So, Bye-bye. Bye.